The most important time for you in your day was eating. You want peace, but unfortunately your so-called enemy won't stop bothering you as soon as he sees you. You're one of the worst enemies, Jungkook. You have known him from childhood till now, and he is the most irritating person you know. Jungkook, shorty, you closed your eyes being irritated. He sat beside you.
YN, will you please stop calling me shorty? I hate that nickname. He took the strawberry from your plate and threw it inside his mouth. Jungkook, not like I care, shorty. Now tell me, where is your notebook? I couldn't find it, so I needed to finish the assignment. You rolled your eyes and looked down at your plate.
YN, I forgot to bring it. Jungkook, what? How could you? Now I have to get detention. He sighed and walked away. You smiled. Of course it wasn't true. He always has trouble with you for small things, so taking a small revenge won't do anything.
Teacher, everyone submit your assignment, and who doesn't have it can stay behind. Slowly everyone started to walk towards the teacher's desk and place their assignments in their notebooks. You grabbed the notebook and looked back at Jungkook, who was sitting on the last bench. You gave him a smirk before walking towards the teacher's desk. You looked back again and saw Jungkook, who was so angry at you. You teasingly waved your hand and walked away. The next day, you walked through the corridor when Jungkook stood in front of you out of nowhere. Jungkook, Ms. YN, don't you think you need to apologize for yesterday? YN, why would I? I found my notebook in my bag later, I didn't lie. You crossed your arms on your chest as you looked at Jungkook with a smirk on your face.
Jungkook, you become so brave, huh? He started to walk towards you, closing the distance. You felt weird and stepped back. But he stopped after a few steps. I will take my revenge, just you wait. He said and walked away. You become confused by his sudden change of behavior. You feel a light tap on your shoulder. You look back and saw a handsome man wearing glasses in his long coat, showing how tall he is. You stumble back. You were amused by his visual. Sorry for the disturbance, but would you mind if I ask you for the way to the principal's office? Your knees become weak as you hear his deep yet gentle voice. YN, why yeah, of course. Jungkook was looking at the door waiting for you to come inside. He felt guilty to make you scared, the way you looked at him. Being so afraid as you backed up. Jungkook rubbed his eyes and cursed inside his head. The door opened as you walked inside. Jungkook felt relieved as you were smiling, but his felt uneasy as the guy he saw earlier was with you. You both were talking and smiling as you guys entered the room together. You sat down on your seat as the guy stood behind the table of teachers. Good morning to all of you. My name is Kim Taehyung, and I am your new teacher for history. Jungkook can hear girls drooling over the new teacher. Jungkook looked at you, who was staring at the new teacher. Jungkook poked his inner cheek as he looked away. TAE, thanks for helping me today, YN. You smile and shake your head. YN, it was my pleasure. You guys were walking through the corridor as the classes were finished. Your smile faded when you saw Jungkook walking towards you guys with his cold gaze. You stopped in your place as Taewon stopped too. Jungkook stands in front of you guys with his phone in his pocket. You feel the tension between them as they stand face to face. You never really noticed how tall Jungkook was, but seeing him together with Taewon, you know how tall Jungkook is. The silence was so uncomfortable that it made you nervous. Why would they look at each other so intensively? You thought. YN, why are you here? You decided to break the tension as you questioned Jungkook. Jungkook broke his eye contact with Taewon as he looked down at you. You noticed how quickly his eyes softened while he looked at you. You never know, Jungkook has always looked at you with his soft gaze. Jungkook, Mom asked me to bring you home. She wanted to give you some gifts that she brought from the trip. Your eyes lighten up as you hear gifts. Jungkook's mom has always loved you and brought you gifts each and every time. Your mom and Jungkook's mom are high school best friends. They have decided you and Jungkook will get married. They want you to be a good friend of each other, basically following the best friend chain. You don't have anything against Jungkook's parents, it's just that he is annoying to you. His parents love you, your parents love him too. YN. Gifts. She doesn't have to, but I would love to see them and meet her. For your parents, you and Jungkook are already married. You looked back at Taewon. YN. I will be leaving. Jungkook grabbed your shoulder and pulled you back as he hugged your shoulder. Jungkook. I will take my fiancé with me, excuse us. You looked at Jungkook. Taewon. Fiancé. He looked at you but you were busy glaring at Jungkook. Jungkook. Yes, she is my girl. He smirked and walked away while still hugging your shoulder. You pushed Jungkook's hand away from your shoulder as you stepped away from him. YN. Why would you claim me as your fiancé? Jungkook. That was the only way I could keep you away from that MF. YN. Don't you dare call him that, he is our teacher. Jungkook. I will call him MF because he is. YN. He is not a bad guy. Jungkook. He is not. YN. He wants to FCK you, that's all. Do you even realize how he was wrongly checking you out? YN. What? Jungkook. He is not the right person to be around, I was just keeping you safe. Your heart softened hearing him caring for you, but you don't want to be stubborn of trusting him fully. YN. Even so, you don't have to say I am your fiancé. He smirked. Jungkook. You are my fiancé, look at the scar you have in the ring finger, it was given by me, so basically we are engaged. You looked at the scar on your ring finger. When you were around 7 years old, Jungkook suddenly came and bit your ring finger so hard that it left the scar behind. He said he didn't have any ring, so this was the only way he could claim you. You thought it was childish behavior, but YN. That doesn't mean that I belong to you. You quickly looked everywhere but not Jungkook. He smiles seeing you being flustered. Jungkook. You have a mark of being mine, and if you are mine then automatically I am yours, soon to be Mrs. Jaeon. You gulped, your heart shouldn't have skipped but it did. You can feel your heartbeat increases with his simple yet big statement. Moreoverly, we are bound to marry each other. Our parents want us to marry, so we have to agree on that. Jungkook was the one who wants that more than your parents, but he can't say that. YN. Who else said I will marry you? I don't want to marry you. I will marry anyone except you. You have how you are stuttering. You don't want a loveless marriage. Your mom must be waiting, we should go now. You said and walked away as Jungkook followed you as he knew how he made you nervous with just a few facts.
JK's mom. You aren't eating anything, eat something. You smile and nodded. She was showing what she got. You while being fully excited. She always brings gifts for you, more than she ever got for Jungkook. On the other hand, Jungkook was on the second floor leaving on the glass wall as he captured your smiling face. He loves capturing random things you do, but not in a creepy way.
After a few weeks, you have been noticing how peaceful your life was. Because Jungkook has been absent for a few days. You have his number, but calling him and asking for his reason to skip college. You don't have that much courage. Somewhere inside your heart, you started to miss his presence. As much as he annoys you, he never leaves you alone, he has been there for you. You sigh and grab your bag before walking home. Mom, you came alone. Jungkook didn't come. YN. He was absent. Mom, I wanted to cheer him up, but I guess I can't. YN. Cheer up. What happened?
Mom, you don't know. Jungkook's father got into an accident. YN. What? When? Why didn't you tell me about this? Is uncle okay? Mom, he is in a critical condition and you can't handle such things, so I didn't tell. You feel worried. YN. I want to see uncle.
Mom, you can't, he is in the ICU. Doctors haven't let anyone meet him. Entering the hall, your eyes quickly searched for Jungkook. And there he was, standing with his dull and weak body. Your mom and dad walked towards Jungkook's mom as you walked towards Jungkook. You sat beside him. He looked at you. You looked at him with your softest. You didn't say anything. You moved your hand as you gently hold his hand on yours. His hands were cold compared to your warm hand. He looked at your hand which was holding his. He tightened his hand around yours and gulped. You stayed beside him. He didn't leave your hand, he held it closely. You know how much he wanted to show his emotions, but he always says he won't show his sad side because he is a guy, a man. You don't want him to be alone when things are at their lowest. He needs someone and you wanted to be that someone in his life. It wasn't due to sympathy, you wanted to be with him as his friend.
JK's mom. Sorry for troubling you, YN. I need to go for some paperwork and I don't think I can leave Jungkook alone. Please take care of him. You smile. YN. Don't worry, auntie, I will take care of him. You smile. Mom, use protection. You widened your eyes and looked at her. YN. How can you be so shameless, Mom? Mom, what? It's necessary to use protection. Jungkook's mom slapped your mom's shoulder. YN. Nothing will happen between us, okay? JK's mom. Stop messing around with her, let's go. YN. Take care. She kissed your head and walked away.
You sigh and look up. Jungkook has locked himself in his room. He refused to go outside.
You knocked on the door, but you didn't get any answer. So you decided to enter. You opened the door and stepped inside as you closed the door behind you. Jungkook wasn't in his room. You hear the shower running sound. So you assume he is showering. You sat on his bed as you looked around. The door opened as Jungkook entered the bedroom. He was shocked to see you inside his bedroom. You smile at him, he smiled back and closed the door of the bathroom before walking towards you. Jungkook, what are you doing here? He sounds weak. His mom told you how he is skipping food for a few days. YN. I am here to take care of you. Your mom and my mom went for some paperwork, so. He nodded and walked towards the dressing table. You just stare at him as he applies some creams on his face. You didn't say anything. He looked at you through his mirror. Jungkook, is there something you want to say? You nodded. What is it? You motioned for him to come towards you.
Jungkook, what is it? He said sitting beside you. You looked at him. YN, it's not good to skip food. Jungkook, you shouldn't behave like this. I have heard how you avoid going outside. Jungkook, you are worried for me. He smiles teasingly. YN, of course I am worried. Jungkook, don't worry, I just need it, sometimes after that I will be fine. YN, you know you can cry, right? He shook his head. Jungkook, boys don't cry. YN. You sigh. YN. Why? Aren't they human too? Don't they have feelings? You looked at Jungkook. You want him to pour his sadness. Jungkook. They do, just they are forbidden to show their weak side. YN. I am not telling you to show others. Just pour it in front of me, with me. Jungkook. You don't like me. You are annoyed because of me. Why would I share it? You feel tears in your eyes already. YN. That doesn't mean that I don't care. I care. I do. Okay. You being like this. I don't like it. I want the old you. He closed the distance between you guys as he hugged you. Jungkook. You being my side have been enough for me, YN. That time when you sat beside me, was enough for me. Knowing you were there for me at my lowest is enough for me, YN. He snuggled his face on your neck. Jungkook cried in your arms. After so many days, he let out his heaviness. Jungkook pulled himself away from you as you quickly looked at his face. You feel relief seeing him in good condition. He wiped his tears. Jungkook, I feel much better now, thanks. You smiled and shook your head. You pushed the hair which was called in his eyes. YN, you must be hungry. What do you want to eat? I will cook for you. He grabbed your wrist, stopping you from touching him. Jungkook, I don't want to. I don't want to offend you, but can you please leave my room? You tilted your head, being confused. You don't know how badly I want to kiss you right now. it will be against your will, so. I don't want to go against your will, so please. Leave. You pulled back your hand from his grip and bit your lips. Don't bite your lips like that. You innocently looked at him.
You looked away, breaking the eye contact. What if you have permission? His eyes got bigger as he moved closer, making you giggle. Jungkook, you aren't joking, right? He grabbed your hand softly. You shook your head. No, I am serious. You looked down, avoiding eye contact with him. You feel his big hand on your small and reddish cheek.
Jungkook, if you aren't comfortable then you don't have to. I won't force you. You grabbed his collar and smashed your lips on his without moving it. It was a long peck. You slowly pulled back, but Jungkook grabbed your waist and went for the open mouth kiss. You just moved your lips. After a few minutes, you pulled back as it wasn't getting too hot. And you couldn't breathe. Jungkook placed his forehead on yours as you guys breathed heavily while smiling. Jungkook, that was insane. He pulled back. You feel small as you are nervous of what happened now. Jungkook pulled you on his chest as he caressed your hair. It's okay, don't worry. The kiss was good, I like it. I too don't know how to kiss properly anyways. It was my first kiss too. You slightly pushed Jungkook before walking downstairs. Jungkook smiled and threw his body on the bed. He stares at the ceiling. He grabbed his pillow and dug his face on it before kicking his feet like a baby. Jungkook, my first kiss is I can't believe it. He sat up and touched his lips. He smiled before biting his lips. I love you, he shouted before jumping around.
You placed your hand on your chest, feeling the increase of your heartbeat. You touched your warm cheek too.
You feel two arms sinking around your waist as you were busy cooking. You flinched a little. It was Jungkook, obviously. He leaned down and placed a kiss on your shoulder. You feel a tingle in your stomach. Jungkook, what is my girl cooking? Food, your favorite. He nodded while you continued to cook. You said it was your first kiss, were you lying? Jungkook, no, why would I lie? No, I mean you had some friends who were girls and students thought that they were your girlfriend. Jungkook, students or you thought that? No, I mean, I am just asking. He giggled and nodded. I was furious at how you got a girlfriend when you don't let any boy be near me. Jungkook, I did that. Of course, Mr. Kim and a few more boys who tried to be friends with me. Jungkook, it's because I don't want you to cry over some stupid boys. If they become your friend, it was obvious that they will hit you. And if you get heartbroken you will end up crying. I don't want that. Your lips turned into an O shape. As you nodded, I kept you safely from those cruel people. And you are my future wife. How can I let you go through such things? When I was there, he tightened his hold, and I never had any girlfriend because I want it to be my first girlfriend.
You looked up at him. Jungkook, I love you, I really do. You pulled back as the oil splashed at your hand. You weren't careful with your actions. Jungkook quickly grabbed a tomato before cutting it and rubbing around your wound.
Jungkook, I am sorry, I shouldn't have disturbed you. I am so sorry. He continuously apologized as you stared at his face. He guided you on the chair before you sat on it. I will cook, okay. You nodded. He turned around and started to cook. You saw Jungkook got a message. You picked up his phone. The password is your birthday. Okay. You typed your birthday and it unlocked. You never know Jungkook would be having your birthdate as his password. It was his mom. Auntie, Jungkook, are you okay? This is Auntie, and yes, Jungkook is fine. He is even cooking now. Auntie, cooking. It's been too long since he cooked. Ask him to keep some for me to eat later. You giggle. Jungkook glanced at you. Jungkook, who is that? Your mom said that we should keep some food for her. She misses eating the food that you made. Jungkook, you and my mom never leave any chance to make fun of me. Huh. I don't know why my mom loves you more than me. YN, it's a fair game. She loves me and my mom loves you. Jungkook looked at you. He missed his dad, so you took him here, and he felt relief talking with his dad for a few minutes. Things have changed, but not so much. You guys still annoy each other, but there is a love in it, understanding and friendship. You two confess to him that you love him, and things have changed for the better. It was like you know how you would end up falling for Jungkook. It's just you needed a reason to realize that.